Hi there, so I'm currently on my period and I have the worst cramps in the world. So I thought I'd make a bit of a video on pain management on your period. So first of all, I have a hot water bottle, which I use, and it's honestly a lifesaver, and I just use this like for the first couple of days. I also have a TENS machine, which I use more on the second, third, maybe fourth day, and I've got that charging at the moment, or I should. And I'm just gonna make some tea and show you my raspberry leaf tea and fenugreek tea. So you can get raspberry leaf tea from any pharmacy really. It's really good for like the female reproductive cycle, similar with fenugreek tea. I think people also use fenugreek tea to help with like breast milk production, so that's obviously not an issue here as I am on my period, but it can be really useful just for all female reproductive cycle kind of issues. Okay, so this is my raspberry leaf tea that I use, and I've got some fenugreek seeds. With the fenugreek seeds, I just put it in a tea steeper and put that in water, and I just drink that with peppermint tea or something as well, because it doesn't taste very good on its own. I also have blackstrap molasses, if I can find it. Yeah, so I've got this organic blackstrap molasses that I've got from the health food store, and I used this a lot when I just got my IUD inserted, which was very painful. It took me about 6 months to just have my body accept it. And I had very painful periods, so a teaspoon of this in water with peppermint tea to just drown out the taste a little bit. It's got really high iron content, so really good when you're losing a lot of blood and have a lot of pain. Now obviously there are some medical options you could use as well, but I'm really trying to get away from taking anything, but I used to use Naprogesiac and Ponstan. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but I haven't taken them in a while. I just stick with hot water bottle, raspberry leaf tea, fenugreek tea, blackstrap molasses occasionally, and my TENS machine, to be honest. They've just been really good at pain management. There are some really good yoga videos as well, which I will share. It's important to just like eat healthy, and bananas for period pain are actually amazing. So I don't know where I've read that, but I've been doing it for years. Just having a banana on your period will just reduce that pain drastically. So let me just make my raspberry leaf tea. Yeah, so it says helps support uterine health right there. I actually started taking this a while ago for other sort of health issues that I've had where it's been really useful. I did have some fenugreek tablets I was taking, but I probably prefer to take the tea rather than having supplements. Some really good yoga videos that you could do. I really like Yoga with Adrienne. So she does like a period pain kind of video, and she's got a dog who often sits in on her videos, which is great when you're on your period, and dogs are great. So another thing that I really find useful for managing my period pain is peppermint oil. So I kind of just, it's pure peppermint essential oil, whatever that means. I kind of just put a little bit, way too much. So I just put way too much on and just put it on the palm of my hand and like rub it all over my stomach. You really only need a little bit, but I'm extremely clumsy. And be warned, it does kind of burn if you put your peppermint oil on your stomach and then put a hot water bottle on top of it. Like, it can burn after a bit. Don't touch your eyes. Wash your hands well before you sort of do anything that might get it in places that are gonna hurt. I don't know if you've ever used the peppermint body wash. Beware. So I know that exercise might be the last thing to do when you're on your period, but it can actually really help with just some gentle stretching. So what we're going to do is, if I pull this back, is just sit on the mat, and if I go back, just put your legs together, kind of just rock a little bit back and forth. You can just stretch out. I'm not very flexible, as you can see, but just stretching out like this and letting everything kind of just open up really helps. Even just some gentle cat-cow poses. So scrunch up your back and push your navel in, and then out again. And then if we just do a stretch where you've got your foot into your inner thigh, and just stretch out. Yeah, I think it's just about keeping moving and doing some light stretching. More so for, I guess, like your mental, I don't know, ability to deal with the pain, and then physical for me. So yeah, try out some yoga videos. If you find any that you like, let me know. So I've got a Pain Eraser Stop It TENS machine specifically for period pain, and I just charge it up from my laptop, and it's blinking green at the moment, which means it's almost charged. So I'm just gonna chuck it on now because I'm pretty much done waiting. So I'm just gonna put my TENS machine on now to try and just reduce my period pain. It's very effective. I've been using it probably since August last year, so about 12 months now, and it's been really good. I usually use it at least a couple of days each cycle. So what I'm gonna do is just put the little plastic kind of pads on. So as you can see, there are these bits that stick onto your skin that you place directly over your ovaries, and they've got like a gel on one side that helps to stick on. So take these off, keep them very carefully, and put them back in the bag. And what I will do is just place that like there. There we go. And now the second one goes on the other side. So they've existed for people who do sports for quite a while, for athletes and managing injuries and pain. But for some reason, people have only just thought about, you know, people who bleed and period pain and how you might want to manage that. So now that we've got the sticky bits on, I'm just going to pull that out. I am going to plug this end in here and clip my little guy on there, on my pants, and just put this in. Insert the rod in there, so I've connected it all up, and turn it on. So initially I can't really feel anything. Oh, now it's orange. It was charging, it was green. So let me try that again and just turn it up. It's usually like the second or third one that I want. Oof. Yeah, that's really good. I probably would have liked this a little bit lower, like in there. Oh well, I'm not going to move it now. So as you can see, you can kind of just tuck this away and just put it in here. I'll kind of tuck it in and cover everything up. I've worn my TENS machine at work so many times and like no one's ever noticed. I find it really effective. It is awkward having to just keep moving to go to the bathroom to sort of take it on or off, but whatever, now that it's COVID, I'm the only one in the office is great. I can put it on whenever I want. Yeah, so I highly recommend a TENS machine. Like, it just makes me feel so much better very quickly. Just the way it works is that it sends a vibration through your skin that disrupts the signal of pain being sent through your skin into your spinal cord up through your brain. So while you might be experiencing pain, the message of the pain is not being sent to your brain, so you don't actually psychologically feel that pain. So some other foods that you can have to help with your period pain are salmon for the omega-3, which can help with the inflammation that you may be experiencing with period pain. Also oats and dark chocolate that have a high level of magnesium. Green leafy vegetables like kale, spinach, because of the iron loss that you're probably having. And what else? Bananas, like I said. Kiwis can also help in terms of digesting protein. So a lot of people also have digestive issues while they're on their period. They may get constipated or have diarrhea. So kiwis are really helpful with that. Also psyllium husk. I actually put this in my oats every day when I have my breakfast, like a tablespoon or half a tablespoon of psyllium husk. Never a bad thing to include it in your diet. I also have a lot of nuts and like fresh fruit or dried fruits with my oats. I honestly, it takes me hours to just prep, not hours, but it takes me a good 15 minutes to prep a week of breakfast. Actually, it doesn't sound too bad when I say it like that. So in my breakfast bowl, I've got oats with 3 dried apricots, a few dried blueberries, greens powder, reds powder, matcha powder, maca powder, cacao powder, a little bit of dragon fruit powder, pomegranate powder, spirulina powder, what else? Sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, like ground up linseed meal. Shouldn't use whole linseeds because your body actually can't process it. It'll just be whole when it comes out in your poo. It isn't being absorbed into your body. So make sure you grind up your linseed meal. As I said, psyllium husk, some sort of dried coconut shavings, just for a bit of coconut flavor. I think that might be pretty much it. Oh, bee pollen as well. I put a bit of bee pollen in my oats. So I just put like a tablespoon or quarter of a teaspoon, depending on what I'm using. The powder is usually quarter of a teaspoon, the rest of it a tablespoon, and mix it all up. And I prep 7 days at a time, and it takes me about 15 minutes. But all these things, I think, really result in me having much more, much less painful periods overall. It's not about what you eat on one day of your period, it's what you eat all the time that will really contribute to your health and reducing inflammation and pain in your body. So I hope you feel a bit better, and I hope this video has helped you. Just think of some other techniques to manage your pain on your period. It's not easy being a person who bleeds. So if you have any other tips that you'd like to share with me, please feel free to comment in the section below. Thank you.